They have been caught out in a scandal where they are selling Fruit of the Loom clothes as their own and shipping them to customers with Fruit of the Loom tags on, but with Pretty Little Thing prices. Hey guys, how's it going? You good? I'm good. You know who's not so good though? The people who've just been scammed by Pretty Little Thing. Okay, sorry guys, but to be honest, how can you not expect this from a company whose ethics are already skewed by the fact that their manufacturing is kind of sketchy? Even more sketchy now that we know. They don't even do all of it. They outsource and don't give credit. That's like, why am I talking about this? Well, I've recently done a virtual shop video on Pretty Little Thing, and I then came across this video by Els Garrett where she was talking about the scam, and then that's what opened me up to all the articles and the Twitter and stuff, and she explains it pretty well. And I have linked her video in the description because unlike Pretty Little Thing, I like to give credit. So what is the issue here? Who is Pretty Little Thing? Who is Fruit of the Loom? What is going on? Pretty Little Thing is a fast fashion brand targeted at 14 to, mid-20s, age demographic, mostly women. They have a very specific Instagrammable kind of vibe going on their website as well. So they've grown really popular. I'm talking 6.3 million active customers according to their website, but how reliable is that really in light of all this? They have been caught out in a scandal where they are selling Fruit of the Loom clothes as their own and shipping them to customers with Fruit of the Loom tags on, but with Pretty Little Thing prices. Fruit of the Loom is a wholesale clothing brand, so they sell things in bulk. They, according to Twitter anyway, were more popular for making school gear, school sports kits, that sort of thing, that kind of basic clothing. The first tweets that surfaced about Pretty Little Thing x Fruit of the Loom, Pretty Little Thing collab came up about joggers. So people were buying £20 joggers or sweatpants for you Americans for £20 when originally on Fruit of the Loom they're about £6. So that's extortionate. Then they would come with the Fruit of the Loom label and you're like, this isn't what I bought. What the hell is going on? So obviously customers are enraged. And some are even saying, oh, I'm not going to buy from Pretty Little Thing again. But we all know that in some cases, unfortunately, in a dodgy relationship like this, some people always still go back. This is definitely seeming scammy-ish, but I decided, you know what? You could always say like innocent until proven guilty, like guilty. So I decided to look into both companies, i.e. Pretty Little Thing and Fruit of the Loom, and see if I can dig any further and find anything else worth noting. But yeah, it is kind of looking bad for Pretty Little Thing right now because I wouldn't have any trust in you in the future if you've lied to me before. Pretty Little Thing is owned by Boohoo Inc. Boohoo Inc. also owns Nasty Gal, Top Man, Miss Pap, all fast fashion brands. Their main office is in Manchester, but they also have a few offices dotted around the world, like Los Angeles. Their website isn't really clear on their suppliers, and I looked into Boohoo Inc. suppliers, and the website also doesn't state who their suppliers are. Normally, if you type up a company's suppliers, the names will come up, and that's when you see all the addresses for Chinese or Vietnamese factories there, and you're like, maybe I'm not gonna buy from you right now. I'm just gonna wait. I decided to go through their ethos and their document about their whole company and their revenue and whatever, hoping I would find something. So I searched the whole document for Fruit of the Loom, hoping maybe it's been mentioned in some sort of fine print we didn't see, and it's not. What you will find, however, is a list of their values, which are insight, investment, innovation, and integration of other brands. Is that not a hint? Is that not a hint? If you go on the Boohoo Inc. site, because maybe I thought, okay, maybe this is going to be on the Boohoo Inc. Corporation site where they list all the supplies for all their brands in one place, make it convenient for bored people in their 20s like me who are looking into this stuff, but it's not there. Instead, what you will find is a statement about the sustainability, in quotes, because they're not practicing how they're going to try and make a difference in terms of their supply chain. And it reads, we recognize that there is more for us to do. We have engaged with a third-party supply chain specialist to work with us to enhance our supply chain, to promote better working conditions and increase transparency in our supply chain. That hasn't happened, bro. And it's been 2 years. Clearly there's something sketchy going on here. Like, if you look anywhere, that the only thing you will find is people complaining that Boohoo haven't put out their supplier list and not their actual supplier list. This is clearly why. This fruity loomy business is clearly why. If you go on the Fruit of the Loom website, you will see how clear of a ripoff this is, because the clothing is sort of really cheap. It's sort of like Gildan, for any of you who are familiar with it, which is again wholesale clothing, very basic. A lot of people use it to print on their merch or to start like small fashion brands where they just print stuff on hoodies and t-shirts, that kind of thing. So it's basically that, and Pretty Little Thing saw that and they were like, hey, free real estate. Another thing that I think they actually saw that made them think, yep, this is definitely a good idea, is when you go on the Fruit of the Loom website, there is a section that's this big, friendly, colorful banner with all these kids on it wearing their clothes, and it's like, make it your own. Oh boy, did Pretty Little Thing do that. But also don't rip the tags off and be a dumbass and people find out. Sorry, that was very aggressive. Other companies seem to be also doing that, because when I was looking through the Twitter threads with all these tags, someone accused Urban Outfitters of it. Someone also put up a picture of a different brand that was sold as Pretty Little Thing but wasn't Pretty Little Thing. So they're clearly doing some sketchy business, robbing other companies of their clothes entirely. You might be thinking, well, either way it's cheap clothing, cheaply made, unsustainable, so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is, how terrible of a person do you want to be? Like, you're already exploiting workers and now you're exploiting your customer base too. Like, they're not even getting a good deal. Because the main reason some people then say, well, fast fashion is my only option, is because they think it's cheap. But if they're being ripped off by fast fashion, then, well, come to the dark side, come to the thrift side, baby. I would be mad if I paid Gucci prices for Primark products. It's just so unfair to deceive your client base like that. 6.3 million people in their client base, as they like to boast on their website. You'd think with a client base that big and with a turnover of 516 million pounds per year, you would be able to invest in not only a sustainable supply chain, but you would be able to afford to be transparent with your customers. Even with that money, what is wrong in saying, hey, Fruit of the Loom, hey, let's do a collab? Like I said, Fruity Little Thing. I mean, that's kind of catchy, right? No? So these articles and tweets about this whole Fruity Little Thing scandal started surfacing back in March. And I know we've all been busy with the pandemic, but have they really not have the time, the PR hours, to just come out and say, hey, this is what's going on? As for I can't even say it anymore. As for Fruit of the Loom, I bet they're not going to say anything, because they're kind of getting business. Because if someone's like, oh, so all those girls flexing with the Pretty Little Thing are actually wearing them, I'm going to go buy them. They're going to make more money, and maybe more companies will reach out to source their stuff. So for them, they're chilling, they're not saying anything. The story hasn't really broken out that much anyway, but I'm pretty sure over time more and more YouTubers and stuff will start covering the thing, and then it'll become a more prominent topic. As for now, they're just not saying anything. Several papers, news blogs have said they've tried to reach out for comment and have received nothing. So for anyone feeling lost and betrayed by their favorite brand, I say to you, wait, don't buy anything right now. You're in isolation. You're not going anywhere. Keep the clothes you have. Enjoy them now. And when all this is over, go to a thrift store. Okay, guys, I think I'm done ranting for now. Thank you for sticking with it for this long if you've still been listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below. And I will see you next time.